Good morning. I'm going to be looking down a little bit more frequently because my path is really icy. But I just wanted to come in and address, I had a couple responses to the story post about, what's triggering your stress response right now. And one of them was working in healthcare during COVID. And yeah, I was like, whew. When I read that, I'm like, yeah, let's talk about this. So when you start noticing your stress response is being triggered, first thing is always to notice it, bring in that level of patience and understanding for your body, to notice if there's any part of you that's like, why do I feel this way? I shouldn't be feeling this way. Lay down that self-shaming and just allow yourself to experience what is. And then if there's something about your life that you're struggling with, or that's, really causing you a lot of stress, I want to encourage you to start thinking a little differently and asking yourself the question, what would I really love here? What would I really love? And the important thing is to put on the lens of anything's possible and everything is possible, and there is so much more that I don't know than there is that I do know, which means so much more is possible than I can even fathom, right? Are you with me? So if you start thinking, what is it that I would love? And we're going to talk about vocation or occupation right now because that's what this question was about. What would I love to do? And one of the ways that I support people through this in Your Ruby Life, which is a program on awareness training, and it's everything that I talk about every day on these lives. And if you would like more and to work with me in private, the link is in my profile to learn more about Ruby. So in Ruby, one of the ways we navigate this is by seeing yourself 3 years from now. And this is, by the way, this is a system that was taught to me by my mentor, Felicia Searcy. So you see yourself 3 years from now as if everything worked out. Everything fell into place. It all happened. You have a magic wand. You waved your wand. And everything was exactly as you wanted. What do you see? Can you let yourself see? That's step one. And if you can't let yourself see, ooh, there's a lot of ice. If you can't let yourself see, we need to start there. Because that's a big indicator, right? It's like we haven't really been programmed to ask ourselves, what would I love? We've been more programmed to see what the need is. Where's the high demand? What's the most popular vocation? Where am I going to make the most money? How am I going to pay off my student loans? Is this going to please my parents? Will this please society? So we're going to just call bullshit on all of that. Move it off to the left, preferably in a box. Hand it off to your source. And ask yourself the question, what would I love? Knowing that the answer is the communication of infinite intelligence and the prayer that that source of energy which created you has for you. Why? Because you were specifically chosen to incarnate on this earth at this point in time because of the gifts and the skills that you have to provide and offer the people on this planet that need you. That's why. This is no lightweight thing. You are fucking magic. And it's time to claim it by really asking your magical self, what would I love? What would I love to do? How would I love to serve? And knowing that as you honor that, you honor the source, God, goddess, universe that put you here. What greater reverence is there? So really start leaning into that question, what would I love? And get, hi Autumn. Oh, it's so good to see you. And get as detailed as you can. You know, so Melissa, the stress that you feel working in the healthcare industry during COVID, what would you love different? What would you love to be different about this? Can you let yourself dream into it without letting it mean anything? This isn't saying that you're gonna leave this. This isn't saying that you can't work in healthcare. But what are some tweaks that you can allow to land that would support your need for a greater degree of ease so that you can be more available to the people you're here to serve? Asking yourself, what would I love, is the least selfish thing you could possibly do. I know that sounds backwards and contrary to what we typically hear, but when you take really good care of yourself, that's when you're available to everybody in your life. When you feel filled, that's when you can really show up. All right. I hope that feels good and that serves you. February 1st, Monday, is when Ruby starts. I have 2 spots left. If you would like more information, go ahead and private message me and we can set up a conversation. Okay, have a great day.